I love that new car smell. Folks, how you doing? How you feeling? Welcome to my YouTube channel called True Fernie. I am your host, True Fernie, and today I got an amazing shoe that I was able to cop at below retail and using my secret Nike online store method. Today I got the Laney 14s. Let's talk about them. Right, here we go. First off with the box, we got this really cool sort of like, it reminds me so much of like 90s, just aesthetic in general. All the chrome feel, more like 2000s actually. I should say 2000s. 2000s were big on chrome. And this one is it's silver, of course, but it kind of gives me that vibe of like millennium sort of type deal. It's a really basic box, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, the only cool part about this is the silver. Got the Jumpman logo here in a little indented circle. Then we go straight into the box. Nothing too crazy actually. I'm a little, disappointed. This being a Laney colorway, I would expect a little bit more. And then this also being like the last, I don't want to say the last, but Jordan 14 was iconic, monumental in Michael Jordan's career, so I kind of would expect it a little bit more, especially the colorway being so tied to Michael Jordan's history, career. I just expected a little bit more, but whatever. Again, I say I don't care about boxes, and look at me just complaining about boxes. Here we have them. We have the Jordan 14 in a Laney colorway. Now, I believe I said that I got this on a recent restock. If y'all didn't know, if you favorite your shoes on the Nike app, hold on, let me take both of these out. So for those of y'all that didn't know, if you favorite your shoes that you missed out on, if you're able to find them on the Nike app and they're not in your size, favorite the shoe. And if you go to your favorites tab under your account on the Nike website, the Nike store, and you'll be able to see your shoe that you favorited. And either if it's completely sold out, it of course is going to say sold out, but oftentimes there's going to be like some, I want to call them like silent restocks on certain sizes. And if you click on select size on the favorites page, more often than not you'll see some random sizes restock here and there. That's how I was able to get these in my size. I've also gotten the Jordan 5s Mars for Her on that. I almost got the Jordan 3 reimagined on a restock like that. It's rather glitchy, that method, but more often than not it works. And I've gotten some great shoes at retail. I actually got these below retail. I got these for $165 because I got a discount for being a Nike member. So yeah, that's mostly how I get my shoes, whenever there's a drop that I missed or whatever. But regardless, let's get straight into the actual shoe. So the shoe is comprised of course, the nubuck upper here in the blue. What I am noticing though, and I just saw it on the tissue paper in the box, this blue apparently does bleed. It might bleed a little bit, so that's something that I really got to be careful with. That's something that you usually run into with all these very colored heavy or very dyed heavy leathers. Of course there's no natural blue leather, so they gotta dye it pretty extensively, and you get these sort of things. You get some bleed on them. Not a big deal, of course, unless you're wearing like white. I don't know why you would wear white jeans, but yeah, that sort of stuff. So yeah, not too worried about that. Here in the toe box we actually have, this also feels kind of like I'm not entirely sure if it's a nubuck or a suede. I'm leaning more towards a suede. It's just a very smooth, very short cut suede. So it might just be a suede actually, but it's really nice to the touch. Really just feels really nice to the touch. The nubuck here as well is very smooth. It's a very smooth nubuck. Here in the back heel we got the number 23, big letters. They're also a little textured, and the Jumpman logo here as well. If y'all didn't know, the Jordan 14 is inspired on sports cars. I think, I'm not mistaken, specifically a Ferrari. As you can tell here by the little emblem that is very, sorry for the redundancy, emblematic of sports cars, specifically Ferraris. It's in the same shape as that. And also in the back heel over here, of course, you also have the tires. They seem like tire tracks. This whole back tab is sort of like a tire thread. I think that's very cool. I like the style of it. It's a very unique shoe. It's a very unique silhouette. So yeah, it's definitely something that I had to cop, especially in such a emblematic silhouette. For the outsole, we got this also kind of like reminiscent of a tire outsole. You got this sort of zigzag outsole traction here in the top. You got the emblem here with the number 14 in Roman letters. Now, I've heard people say that this is one of the better hooping shoes from the Jordan brand, at least from the retros. I believe 7, 13s, and 12s are probably one of the better ones. Of course 11s as well. I've seen some people hooping 11s. Definitely not gonna try these. I can already tell that these are extremely stiff. They just don't feel very flexible, and I more often than not prefer flexible shoes. I much prefer the modern basketball shoes. I know they're not very well made as far as materials go. They're all very plastic heavy, not a lot of leather in them. But yeah, this is definitely a shoe that I would not feel comfortable wearing in the court. Now, some of the cooler parts here, we got some ventilation systems here in the medial side of the shoe. We have a little vent right here that you can kind of like resemble sort of like a sports car front grille, front intake. It's really cool. You can actually see it from the inside. I'll take some shots of that. The tongue is a very padded, foamy sort of a tongue. I really like this upper tab in the tongue. Apparently this one is a little bit more flexible. The plastic in this is a little bit more flexible than previous iterations of the Laney 14s, which I really do appreciate, because I can already tell this is going to completely destroy my ankles. I don't know what it is about Jordan brand that they just love destroying ankles with their shoes, but it's the reality. Yeah, besides that, I mean, I really like the silhouette of this shoe. It feels very well made. I like the midsole. It's a very unique midsole. I have heard complaints that given these two like little shark teeth coming up, that they do make it easier for this shoe to crease. I would have to test that out for myself and make sure that that's actually true. But yeah, I mean, I like the glossy look of the midsole. It looks very nice. It kind of like glitters a little bit at the right angle. I really do like it. The only thing I do not like about the midsole, and you can kind of tell here, is just the inconsistency. It doesn't look like a smooth line here. It's a little groovy. It's a little wavy in there. You can actually see some spots where you can see the actual glue seep out from underneath the midsole, which I don't really like. And I can already see some staining here in the medial area of the shoe. Now, I think that's more so given that Nubuck is a very delicate sort of material, as well as suede. So I'm guessing that that's the main issue, but you can already see like some staining there with, at the right angle with the right light. But regardless of that, it's the medial side. I don't think. Now, a fun fact about this shoe is that there are 14 Jumpmans in the totality of both shoes. We got one here in the toe box. We got another one here in the emblem. We got another here in the back, which is number 3. We got number 4 here in the outsole. We got number 5 inside the shoe in the insole. And then we got number 6 and number 7 in both the lace ends of the shoes, and then you just multiply that by 2. That gives you 14. But fun fact, this iteration, this 2023 release of the Laney 14 actually has 16 Jordans if you count the ones here inside the tag with the sizing tag. But still, I think that was just more of an oversight, but I guess that kind of gives it its own unique characteristic and differentiator from past 14s. All in all, I think this is a really nice shoe, really good looking shoe. The materials look pretty quality, except for some of the stitching, at least some of the assembly, especially from the midsole part. But regardless of that, let's put this on feet and see how they feel on feet and how they perform. Overall, this is a very nice shoe, man. Everything from the little details, that are inspired from, sports cars, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. It's essentially, it is. I can definitely see like an F1 enthusiast like rocking this type of shoe. Like, this is a very, very obvious shoe inspired by sports cars. I'm a big fan of the material. I love the nubuck. I love the suede over here in the toe box. I love the little details here and there. I will say that the soles, they do feel a little like the shoe is pretty light in comparison to other Jordans. Like, I feel this is around the time when like basketball shoes were starting to like adapt a lot more modern technology when it came to like materials, making sure that they wore, or at least they used materials that were a lot lighter, not as bulky anymore. So it is a very comfortable shoe. It's not blocky as the 13, for example. So I'm really excited to like really put some miles on these shoes. Some of the materials, especially in the outsole, feel a little cheap. Besides that, everything else about the shoe is very nice. It is a rather stiff shoe. Like the inside, it's not a very bendable shoe. It's like really hard to bend. So that's definitely probably not going to be a very comfortable shoe to walk in. This is more of a statement piece. So definitely something that you pop out. Probably I would say this more in the summer rather than like the colder months. I can't wait to rock these. I still got to put a fit on because, to be honest, the one I put on, it wasn't that good. But yeah, overall a really nice shoe, a really cool shoe. I'm definitely going to protect these with my little like shoe protector, because these are going to be a pain in the ass to keep clean, and especially to keep dry. Nubuck, suede, I mean, it's all the bad materials in you know, during like the rainier season. But regardless of that, a really nice shoe. I'm so happy I was able to cop these at a discounted price. Nike has been having a lot of sales recently. If you're a member, you've probably gotten the notifications, you know, of a back to school shop. You got a lot of the end of summer discounts. There's just been a lot of stuff, and like I get discount codes all the time. I feel like Nike is, I think they went into heavy production mode over like the past year or so, I want to say, or even less, that I feel that now they're trying to like get rid of a lot more stock, because I feel they have so much stock just laying around. Like, I've gone to a bunch of Nike stores, everything is sitting. Jordan 7s are sitting, Jordan 3s are sitting, the Palominos are sitting. So you know, if it's not like the random restock on, for example, Jordan 14 Laney's, a lot of stuff are sitting right now. So I feel like they're kind of losing steam a little bit, so they're trying to get as much inventory out of the warehouse as fast as possible. So I would definitely, if you're thinking of buying like a style that came out in the past 3 to 4 months, I would say just wait, because they're probably going to restock it. And if it's still online, if it's still sitting, they're probably going to, you know, give it a discount. They're probably going to restock, put it at a discount, whatever it may be. Like, I was able to get these for 20% off, and that's crazy. To get Laney 14s for 160 so dollars, that's insane to me. So great deal, very happy with that shoe, and I'm so happy that I got more blue shoes in my collection, because that's something I've definitely been missing. But folks, you let me know down in the comments below, what do you think with the Laney 14s? You can definitely tell these shoes were like coming along in like the 2000s and stuff. So yeah, what do you think of the shoe? Do you like it? Do you like the materials, especially because I know nubuck and suede is a very hard material to sell, especially for sneakers. So yeah, and I've also heard that, you know, some of the midsole accents on the side make it easier for the shoe to crease. So it'll be interesting to see just how the suede and the nubuck creases on these things. But let me know down in the comments below what you think of the Laney 14s. But folks, I've been True Fernie. Links to my socials are down below. Please make sure to follow me on Threads, where I spend most of my waking hours talking about sneakers, gaming, anime, any of my interests. I'm always talking on there. I've kind of like fully now transferred over from Twitter to Threads, because it's just a little bit more like consolidated, and it's a little bit easier. And to be honest, I don't fuck with Twitter no more. It's a cesspool of negativity out there, man. Like, it's crazy. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok at True Fernie, where I post more of these short form content specifically around sneakers. But yeah, that's it, folks. I've been True Fernie once again. Please take care of each other, but most importantly, take care of yourself and your nubuck sneakers, especially the Laney 14s. Peace.